In 1979, a thrilling adaptation of J. Campbell Bruce's 1963 nonfiction book, Escape from Alcatraz, emerged as one of the most captivating prison action films of the decade. Starring Clint Eastwood alongside Patrick Mesheguin, Fred Ward, Jack Thibault, and Larry Hankin, the film showcased Eastwood's magnetic presence. Directed by Don Siegel, who had a history of successful collaborations with Eastwood, including Coogan's Bluff, Two Mules for Sister Sarah, The Beguiled, and Dirty Harry, the film benefited from their established rapport. The screenplay, crafted by Richard Tuggle, involves 6 months of meticulous research, drawing directly from the original nonfiction account. The production faced unique challenges, particularly in securing locations and managing the logistics of filming. Eastwood's charm and ability to connect with key figures played a crucial role in navigating these hurdles, ensuring that the film's vision came to life. His interactions with influential women in the industry helped smooth the path for the project, showcasing his skill in fostering relationships that were vital for the film's success. However, the film Escape from Alcatraz, released in 1979, tells a gripping story based on the infamous prison. Alcatraz, located on an island in San Francisco Bay, was known for housing some of the most dangerous criminals. The movie focuses on the true story of Frank Morris, played by Clint Eastwood, who masterminds an escape from this maximum security facility. Despite the initial reluctance of studios to produce the film, citing poor dialogue and weak character development, it ultimately gained attention for its intense portrayal of prison life and the quest for freedom. The absence of a romantic subplot, which was often a staple in films of that era, allowed the story to concentrate on the harsh realities of incarceration and the ingenuity required to escape. Shortly after the events depicted in the film, Alcatraz was closed in 1963, marking the end of an era for the notorious prison. The film's raw depiction of desperation and determination resonated with audiences, even as studios doubted its appeal. The story of escape and survival continues to captivate viewers, highlighting the human spirit's resilience against confinement.
Morris, go to sleep early tonight?
Yeah.
Eventually, the collaboration between Don Siegel and Clint Eastwood became a significant part of film history. Their partnership was marked by a mutual respect and understanding that translated into successful movies. The connection began when Eastwood reached out to Siegel's agent, sharing a story about meeting the director at a party. This encounter sparked Siegel's interest in a script that Eastwood had in mind. The agent played a crucial role by forwarding the script to Siegel, who read it and found it compelling. He appreciated the narrative and decided to pass it on to Eastwood. This act solidified their working relationship, as both men had a shared vision for storytelling. Their collaboration on Escape from Alcatraz showcased their ability to create tension and drama, drawing audiences into the gripping tale of escape from the infamous prison. The film highlighted their strengths, with Eastwood's strong performance and Siegel's skilled direction. Their chemistry on and off the screen contributed to the film's lasting impact in cinema. As time progressed, a notable rift developed between Clint Eastwood's Malpaso Productions and Don Siegel's production company during the making of the film Escape from Alcatraz. Eastwood, who was set to star as the lead character Frank Morris, had agreed to this role under the condition that Siegel would direct the film under the Malpaso banner. However, Siegel had different ideas. He preferred to have the film produced under his own company, which led to a disagreement between the two friends. This disagreement escalated as Siegel sought to assert his vision for the project. In a strategic move, he outmaneuvered Eastwood by purchasing the rights to the film for a substantial sum of $100,000. This decision not only shifted the control of the film, but also highlighted the complexities of their professional relationship. The tension between the two creative forces added an intriguing layer to the production of Escape from Alcatraz, showcasing how personal dynamics can influence filmmaking. The film ultimately became a classic, but the behind-the-scenes struggles reflect the challenges that can arise in the industry.
We'll make a life raft and some life preservers out of it. I read how to do it in Popular Mechanics.
Eventually, they agreed to make it a Malpaso Siegel production. Siegel went with Paramount Pictures, which was a rival studio to Eastwood. It is said that they patched things up and got the picture done, but it seems somewhat odd that Eastwood never was in a picture that was directed by Siegel again. The film Escape from Alcatraz is based on the true story of the infamous 1962 escape from the maximum security prison located on Alcatraz Island. Clint Eastwood stars as Frank Morris, a clever and determined inmate who devises a meticulous plan to escape. The film captures the tension and desperation of life in Alcatraz, showcasing the harsh conditions and the psychological struggles of the prisoners. The performances are gripping, particularly Eastwood's portrayal of Morris, who embodies both intelligence and resilience. The film's direction by Don Siegel is notable for its gritty realism and suspenseful pacing. The collaboration between Eastwood and Siegel, despite their studio differences, resulted in a compelling narrative that has left a lasting impact on audiences. The film remains a classic, illustrating themes of freedom, survival, and the human spirit's unyielding desire to break free from confinement. Alcatraz was in a state of disrepair when the movie Escape from Alcatraz was made. The island, once a notorious prison, had fallen into neglect and was no longer operational. Originally, Alcatraz had its own power plant, but it was no longer functional. This posed a significant challenge for the production crew. To solve this issue, they had to string an impressive 15 miles of cable to connect the island to San Francisco's electricity system. This task was not only labor-intensive but also required careful planning and execution to ensure that the filming could proceed smoothly. In addition to the electrical challenges, the crew faced the daunting task of restoring the decaying prison itself. They invested about $500,000 to bring parts of the facility back to a condition suitable for filming. This restoration was crucial, as it allowed the filmmakers to capture the authentic atmosphere of the prison. While some interior scenes were shot on a soundstage, the effort to restore Alcatraz added a layer of realism to the film. The combination of these efforts helped create a gripping portrayal of the infamous escape, showcasing the island's history and the challenges faced by those who once inhabited it.
No problem. Questions, tender threats.
I need it tonight.
No problem.
Hot water showers were a notable feature of Alcatraz prison in 1979, the year the film Escape from Alcatraz was released. This prison was unique among American correctional facilities because it provided hot water for its inmates. However, the reason behind this was not to show kindness or compassion. Instead, the hot water showers served a strategic purpose. The prison authorities aimed to prevent inmates from becoming accustomed to cold water. This was crucial because Alcatraz is located on an island surrounded by frigid waters. If inmates became used to the cold, they might be more inclined to attempt an escape by swimming to freedom. The hot water showers were a way to maintain control over the prisoners, ensuring that they remained uncomfortable with the idea of swimming in the icy bay. This tactic reflected the harsh realities of prison life and the lengths to which authorities would go to deter escape attempts. The film captures the essence of this environment, showcasing the challenges faced by inmates who sought freedom from the confines of Alcatraz. The presence of hot water showers highlights the prison's strict regime and the psychological tactics used to keep inmates in line. The film's portrayal of these conditions adds depth to the story of escape and survival. The harshness of the prison experience is underscored by such details, making the narrative of Escape from Alcatraz both gripping and thought-provoking. The use of hot water showers is just one example of how the prison system operated during that time, emphasizing the struggle between freedom and confinement. The film remains a powerful reminder of the lengths individuals will go to in pursuit of liberty.
15 years there.
While working on the film Escape from Alcatraz, Don Siegel faced numerous challenges that tested the limits of the cast and crew. Having previously visited Alcatraz while researching for Riot in Cell Block 11 in 1954, Siegel was familiar with the island's unique environment. However, the production of Escape from Alcatraz brought its own set of difficulties. One major issue was the need to create rain for the opening scene. To achieve this effect, the team had to transport large amounts of fresh water by boat, as the surrounding salt water could not be used due to concerns about damaging the expensive photographic equipment. The harsh physical conditions on the island made filming particularly unpleasant. The crew faced severe weather, including rain and strong winds, which added to the challenges of shooting. Additionally, the cold temperatures without any heat source made the experience even more difficult. These factors combined to create a tough environment for everyone involved in the production.
I know some queens who fight over it every month. Just give me what you got.
While the film Escape from Alcatraz captures the essence of the infamous prison break, it simplifies several key details for cinematic purposes. The movie glosses over the extensive time and effort the inmates invested in crafting their escape plan. They spent countless hours experimenting with materials and assembling a raft and life vests made from raincoats. This labor-intensive process is crucial to understanding their determination and ingenuity. However, the film does not accurately depict the raft they created. Instead, it presents a large flotation cushion, which raises doubts about the authenticity of their escape. The cushion, unlike the carefully constructed raft, would not have provided the necessary buoyancy to keep them safe in the frigid waters surrounding Alcatraz. This alteration in the film's portrayal can lead viewers to question the likelihood of their success. The real-life escape relied heavily on the raft's design and functionality, which the film fails to represent accurately. The omission of these details diminishes the true story's complexity and the inmates' resourcefulness.
Strip down.
In the film Escape from Alcatraz, there are notable liberties taken with the true story of Frank Morris and his infamous escape from the notorious prison. The film, released in 1979, stars Clint Eastwood as Frank Morris, but it is important to recognize that Eastwood was 48 years old at the time of filming, while the real Frank Morris was only 35 years old during his daring escape. This age difference raises questions about the portrayal of the character and the authenticity of the performance. The filmmakers chose to cast Eastwood, a well-known actor, which may have influenced the film's overall tone and appeal, but it also strayed from the factual details of Morris's life. The film captures the tension and drama of the escape, yet it simplifies some aspects of the story for cinematic effect. While the movie is gripping and engaging, it is essential to remember that it does not fully represent the historical events as they occurred. The liberties taken in the film serve to enhance the narrative, but may lead viewers to form misconceptions about the actual events surrounding the escape from Alcatraz. The blend of fact and fiction creates a compelling story, yet it is crucial to approach it with an understanding of the differences between the film and reality. The dangerous escape scene in the movie Escape from Alcatraz is notable for its authenticity, as the actors perform the stunts themselves without the use of stunt doubles. This decision was made because the casting directors sought actors who not only fit their roles, but also possessed athletic abilities. The actors' commitment to performing their own stunts added a layer of realism to the film, making the escape more thrilling for the audience. However, this choice also brought significant risks. The director experienced moments of sheer panic, fearing for the safety of his actors as they navigated the treacherous waters surrounding the island. The currents were notorious and posed a real danger, which was reflected in both the lore of the prison and the script of the movie. The tension during filming was palpable, as the director worried he might lose two of his actors to the unforgiving sea. This blend of real danger and dedicated performance contributed to the film's lasting impact and authenticity.
Inmate councils. Inmates here have no say in what they...
In over 29 years, there were only 14 escape attempts from Alcatraz, a prison known for its high security and isolation. The infamous island housed some of the most dangerous criminals in the United States. Of the 36 men involved in these escape attempts, 21 were captured, showing how difficult it was to successfully flee from the prison. The harsh conditions of the waters surrounding Alcatraz added to the challenges faced by those who tried to escape. 7 of the escapees were shot dead during their attempts, highlighting the extreme measures taken by guards to prevent any successful breakouts. Additionally, 2 men were executed in the gas chamber, a grim reminder of the consequences of their actions. 3 men drowned in the frigid waters, unable to survive the treacherous currents. Remarkably, 3 others were never heard from again, leaving their fates a mystery. These escape attempts reflect the desperate lengths to which inmates would go to gain their freedom, despite the overwhelming odds against them. The stories of these men continue to capture the imagination of many, illustrating the human spirit's desire for freedom, even in the most confined circumstances.
Frank? Yeah.
During the entire filming of the movie Escape from Alcatraz, tourists were still allowed to visit the island. This situation created a unique challenge for the filmmakers. Every half hour, a new boatload of tourists would arrive, bringing noise and activity that disrupted the filming process. The presence of these visitors became a significant distraction for the cast and crew, making it difficult to capture the intense scenes that the story demanded. To address this issue, the filmmakers decided to move a lot of the shooting to night. Night shoots allowed them to work in a quieter environment, free from the interruptions caused by tourists. This change not only helped in maintaining the film's atmosphere, but also added a layer of authenticity to the scenes set in the dark, foreboding prison. The decision to film at night showcased the determination of the crew to create a compelling narrative despite the challenges posed by the ongoing tourist activity. The film ultimately became a classic, highlighting the struggles and ingenuity of those involved in its production.
This file says Frank Lee Morris.
The shooting crew faced significant challenges before they could begin filming Escape from Alcatraz. One major hurdle was their negotiations with the Parks and Recreation Commission, which had authority over Alcatraz Island. This commission was primarily made up of women who were concerned about the impact of filming on the island's tourist activities. They pointed out that tourists visited the island every half hour, making it difficult for the crew to shoot scenes without interruptions. The crew had to find a way to work around these tourist schedules while still capturing the essence of the story. This situation required careful planning and communication to ensure that both the film's needs and the tourist experiences were respected. The crew's determination to bring the story of Alcatraz to life was evident as they navigated these challenges, showcasing their commitment to the project. The interactions with the commission highlighted the complexities of filming in a location that was both a historical site and a tourist attraction. The crew's ability to adapt and find solutions was crucial in moving forward with the production.
And you're king.
Yeah.
In the film Escape from Alcatraz, directed by Don Siegel, Clint Eastwood's charm plays a crucial role in shaping the atmosphere on set. The director recognized Eastwood's magnetic presence and encouraged him to fully embrace it. This charm was not just for the camera, it had a real impact on the people around him. Many women on set were captivated by Eastwood, often seeking his assistance and support in various aspects of the production. His ability to connect with others made the filming experience more enjoyable and engaging. Eastwood's promise to interact with fans and sign autographs after shooting added to his appeal, creating a warm and inviting environment. The film's production relied heavily on Eastwood's charisma, which helped to foster a sense of camaraderie among the cast and crew. Without his charm, the film might have been shot in a more conventional manner, likely on a soundstage, rather than capturing the authentic feel of the story. Eastwood's influence was undeniable, making the film not only a cinematic success, but also a memorable experience for everyone involved. The original ending of Escape from Alcatraz left viewers with a sense of mystery. In this version, the guards find a dummy in Morris's bed, which raises questions about whether the escape attempt was successful or not. Clint Eastwood, who played the lead role, was not satisfied with this ending. He felt it was important to extend certain scenes to provide more depth to the story. One of his ideas involved the wardens searching Angel Island and discovering a chrysanthemum on the rocks. This flower was not native to the island, but it was grown on Alcatraz by Doc, and later used by Morris. The presence of the flower adds to the intrigue, as it is unclear whether Morris placed it there after surviving, or if it simply washed ashore after he drowned. The tension builds as the warden learns from his aide that he must catch a plane to Washington to face his superiors. This ending leaves the audience pondering the fate of the escapees, making it a classic thriller that remains enjoyable to watch. Escape from Alcatraz, directed by Don Siegel and released in 1979, is a film that has sparked a variety of opinions and critiques, particularly regarding its portrayal of prison life and the characters within it. At its core, the film presents a narrative of escape that is both thrilling and engaging, yet it also raises significant questions about the representation of inmates and the justice system. One of the primary criticisms of the film is its idealized depiction of the inmates. Critics argue that Escape from Alcatraz follows a familiar Hollywood trope, similar to other prison films like The Shawshank Redemption, where the prisoners are portrayed as sympathetic figures, often innocent or justified in their actions. This portrayal creates a narrative of interracial harmony that seems to gloss over the harsher realities of prison life during the time period. The film presents a cast of characters who, despite their criminal backgrounds, are depicted with a sense of humanity and artistic interest, such as painting and caring for animals. This representation can be seen as a sanitized version of reality, where the complexities of their crimes are overshadowed by their victimization by the system. The character of Frank Morris, played by Clint Eastwood, is central to the film's narrative. While the film invites viewers to empathize with Morris and his fellow escapees, it is important to remember that the real Frank Morris and his accomplices were armed bank robbers. This raises ethical questions about the film's portrayal of crime and punishment. Critics argue that by sanitizing the backgrounds of these characters, the film risks romanticizing their actions and undermining the seriousness of their crimes. The film's villain, the sadistic prison governor played by Patrick McGoohan, serves as a foil to the inmates, embodying the brutality of the system. This dynamic creates a clear dichotomy between the good inmates and the evil authority figure, which some viewers find overly simplistic. Despite these criticisms, many viewers appreciate the film for its tension and the meticulous build-up to the escape. The suspenseful sequences leading up to the escape are executed with skill, creating a gripping atmosphere that keeps audiences on the edge of their seats. The film's pacing and direction contribute to a sense of urgency that is compelling, even if the underlying themes provoke debate. In conclusion, Escape from Alcatraz is a film that elicits a range of responses, from admiration for its craftsmanship to criticism of its narrative choices. While it successfully delivers a thrilling escape story, it also invites viewers to reflect on the complexities of crime, punishment, and the portrayal of inmates in cinema. The film's ability to balance these elements is part of what makes it a noteworthy entry in the genre, even as it raises important questions about the ethics of its storytelling. As we conclude our exploration of the gripping narrative in Escape from Alcatraz, a deeper layer waits. The film not only captivates with its thrilling escape story, but also features a remarkable cast whose journeys continued long after the credits rolled. What became of the talented actors who brought these characters to life? Their paths are filled with unexpected twists and turns, revealing the challenges and triumphs they faced in their careers and personal lives. From the iconic performances that defined their roles to the lesser-known projects that followed, each actor's story adds a rich context to the film's legacy. Join us as we delve into the lives of these performers, uncovering the fascinating details of their post-Alcatraz experiences. This bonus segment promises to shed light on the enduring impact of their roles and the unique journeys that shaped their futures.
You scared of dying?
I don't think so.
In the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz, Danny Glover plays the role of a prisoner named Caffarelli. His character is part of a tense narrative that explores the harsh realities of life in the infamous Alcatraz prison. Glover's performance adds depth to the film, showcasing the struggles and desperation of inmates seeking freedom. His portrayal is marked by a sense of urgency and a haunting presence that resonates with the film's themes of confinement and escape. After Escape from Alcatraz, Glover's career flourished. He became known for his roles in significant films like The Color Purple and the Lethal Weapon series. However, his life has not been without challenges. Glover faced personal hardships, including the loss of his mother and struggles with the pressures of fame. He has been involved in various social and political causes, advocating for issues such as civil rights and environmental justice. In recent years, Glover has continued to act and produce, but he has also faced controversies, including allegations of inappropriate behavior, which he has denied. As of now, Glover remains active in the film industry and continues to engage in activism, though details about his personal life have become less public. His legacy as an actor and activist endures, marked by both his contributions to cinema and his commitment to social issues.
I'm curious.
The tides were mild and the fog light.
Clint Eastwood portrayed Frank Morris in the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz, a character based on the real-life inmate who famously escaped from the notorious prison. Eastwood's performance captured Morris's cunning and determination, showcasing a man driven by the desire for freedom against overwhelming odds. The role solidified Eastwood's status as a leading actor in Hollywood, known for his tough guy persona and complex characters. Following Escape from Alcatraz, Eastwood continued to build a remarkable career, directing and starring in films that often explored themes of morality and justice. His work in Unforgiven and Mystic River earned him critical acclaim and multiple Academy Awards. In his personal life, Eastwood faced challenges, including a tumultuous romantic history marked by several relationships and children from different partners. He dealt with public scrutiny over his affairs and the complexities of fatherhood. In 2014, he faced backlash for his controversial comments during a film event, which some deemed politically incorrect. Despite these incidents, Eastwood remained a respected figure in the film industry. As of 2023, he continues to work in film, with recent projects reflecting his enduring passion for storytelling. His life remains a blend of cinematic achievement and personal trials, embodying the complexities of a man who has lived in the public eye for decades.
I made it for a close pick. Why the metal over the edge?
Fred Ward portrayed John Anglin in the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz, a role that showcased his ability to embody complex characters. Anglin, one of the infamous escapees from the notorious prison, was depicted as resourceful and determined, traits that resonated with Ward's own acting style. The film's gritty atmosphere allowed Ward to delve into the darker aspects of Anglin's life, reflecting the desperation and danger surrounding the escape. After Escape from Alcatraz, Ward's career continued to flourish with notable roles in films like The Right Stuff and Tremors. However, his life was not without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including struggles with alcoholism, which affected his relationships and career trajectory. Despite these difficulties, he remained a respected figure in Hollywood, known for his versatility and dedication to his craft. In later years, Ward took on fewer roles, focusing on smaller projects and independent films. He maintained a low profile, often avoiding the spotlight. The last known information about him indicates that he passed away in May 2022, leaving behind a legacy of memorable performances and a life marked by both triumphs and trials. His journey reflects the complexities of fame and the personal battles that often accompany it.
I think there's something wrong with him.
Carl Lumbly played the role of an inmate named C in the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz. His character is a minor yet significant presence, representing the harsh realities of prison life and the struggle for freedom. Lumbly's performance adds depth to the film, showcasing the psychological toll of incarceration. After Escape from Alcatraz, Lumbly's career flourished. He became known for his roles in television series such as MANTIs and Alias, where he portrayed complex characters that often faced moral dilemmas. However, Lumbly's life has not been without challenges. He faced personal hardships, including the struggle to balance his career with family life. In the late 1990s, he dealt with the pressures of Hollywood, which sometimes led to feelings of isolation. Despite these struggles, Lumbly remained committed to his craft, often speaking about the importance of representation in media. As of the latest updates, Lumbly continues to act, with recent roles in projects that highlight social issues. His journey reflects resilience in the face of adversity, making him a compelling figure in the entertainment industry. Larry Hankin portrayed Charlie Butts in the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz, a character marked by desperation and a sense of hopelessness. Butts, a fellow inmate, embodies the grim reality of life in prison, showcasing Hankin's ability to convey deep emotional struggles. This role highlighted Hankin's talent for playing complex characters, often caught in dire situations. Following Escape from Alcatraz, Hankin's career continued with various roles in television and film, including appearances in Friends and Breaking Bad. However, his life was not without challenges. Hankin faced personal hardships, including financial struggles, and the pressures of maintaining a career in a competitive industry. He also dealt with the darker side of fame, including the toll it took on his personal relationships. In recent years, Hankin has remained active in the entertainment industry, participating in interviews and conventions, sharing stories from his career. As of now, he continues to work on projects, though specific details about his current endeavors remain scarce. Patrick Messi-Guin portrayed Warden Arthur Dollison in the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz. His character is a stern and imposing figure, embodying the oppressive atmosphere of the infamous prison. MC Guin's performance captures the tension between authority and the inmates, showcasing Dollison's ruthless methods to maintain control. This role added to MC Guin's reputation for playing complex characters, often reflecting themes of isolation and rebellion. After escape from Alcatraz, MC Guin's career continued to flourish, but he faced personal challenges. He was known for being a private individual, often shunning the Hollywood spotlight. His refusal to conform to industry norms led to a decline in mainstream roles. MC Guin's life was marked by a deep commitment to his craft, but he also faced hardships, including the tragic death of his daughter, which profoundly affected him. In later years, MC Guin remained active in television and film, but he became increasingly reclusive. He passed away in 2009, leaving behind a legacy of thought-provoking performances. His life was a blend of artistic achievement and personal struggle, making him a fascinating figure in entertainment history. Last known information indicates that he is remembered for his unique contributions to film and television, with a lasting impact on the industry.
One long count. We count the hours, the bulls count our...
As we wrap up our exploration of the 1979 film Escape from Alcatraz, we reflect on the powerful performances and the gripping story that captivated audiences. Clint Eastwood's portrayal of Frank Morris brought to life the daring escape from the infamous prison, showcasing not just the physical challenges, but also the mental resilience required to overcome such dire circumstances. The film's depiction of the harsh realities of prison life and the relentless pursuit of freedom resonates deeply. Many viewers may remember watching this film during their childhood, feeling the tension and excitement as Morris and his fellow inmates devised their escape plan. What memories do you have connected to this classic movie? Did it inspire you or leave a lasting impression? We invite you to share your stories and experiences in the comments below. Your reflections can help keep the spirit of this iconic film alive.